Well, good morning. Sitting here like I do every morning, tending to the dogs, and taking my meds here on the top of my medicine box. I went shopping yesterday where I bought my solar panels. He had some more solar panels, so I bought another 15 panels. So together I've got, I'm trying to figure it out, 21 plus 15, I think 35 panels. I've got 35 panels now. So that'll be enough for me to live off grid. And my question today is, how old is too old to live off grid? I'm still going to keep my home. I'm just buying a piece of property to be off grid for a lot of reasons, like a bug out place, a place to go visit in the spend time in the summer, in the spring, and the fall. I think I'll come home for the winter. I ain't too worried about, I ain't too, sorry about that, too fond of, but I can manage. My son's thinking about living on it full time. And, but anyway, I thought, well, that'd be a great question. How old is too old to live off grid? Now I got to come back and see my doctor every 45 days or so anyway. So, that's what I figured I'll do. But I got my solar panels. I don't think I need any more solar panels. 35 solar panels will be enough. I'll need about, 20 batteries, I think. I need about 20 deep cell batteries to go with it, but I'll buy them when I get on the get all the solar hooked up, all the panels and everything else hooked up, and then I'll go buy my batteries all at one time. That'll be a big chunk. They're about 100 and, say if I get 20 batteries at 100, that's $2,000 right off the bat. Let's say roughly around there. Trying to think in my head this morning. I ain't too good on my math, but I think it's 2,000. Deep cell batteries. I could probably find a place that sell me 20 of them and give me a little bit of a discount since I'm getting 20 of them. Let's see. What else? I've got a wood stove already got. I've got a lot of my stuff already bought. All my camping gear. I've got a bunch of bug out stuff. I've got everything bought but the land, basically, and probably the building or the thing I'm going to put on it. Or whatever it needs to be, the land, like a well or something like that. But basically, I've got everything else bought. So I'm just sitting here this morning trying to wake up. I've got to do some phone calls and call around, call my doctor, call everybody that I need to call this morning. And, let's see. But I thought, well, I'll put up a little old video. Everybody likes to see what I'm up to. I did go shopping yesterday. What else did I buy besides that? I think that's about all I went and done. Oh, I told you I bought another gun. That was my video about my own Christmas presents. I need to clean out the bus, but it's going to rain for 2 or 3 days. I still haven't got a hold of that guy about the gold mine. So I'll have to check my email. I got the hiccups this morning. I got to check my emails this morning and see if I can get a hold of him. I'm going to buy that oil, that gold claim. If I ever get a hold of him. I'm just deciding I'm going to do a lot of stuff this morning that I got to get done. Ori and Big Boy got in the fight yesterday, and now Big Boy's all stove up. I think Oreo whooped him. I tried to break it up, but last time I did, they bit me on my hand, so I took my dusting mop and Try to push them apart, but that didn't do no good. They're just hateful. I need to go down and have them all fixed. That's what I need to do. They don't mess with the little guy. Well, I get real upset when they try to bite on him. He runs and jumps in my lap. I said, well, you too little to be fighting. But dogs will be dogs. Let's see. Maybe girl, she just washed them. But like I said, I got my solar paddles. Oh, I bought 1, 2, 3. Well, I've got 2 great big charge controllers, 2 medium size, and a bunch of little bitty ones. Maybe 5 or 7 of the little ones. But I've got a bigger one coming. It's supposed to be here in the next day or two. My son said December the 6th or 7th or something like that. And then I've got a printer that's supposed to be mailed to me by UPS. I think that's how they're delivering it. So last time they gave it to the house next door when I had UPS delivered something. Oh, I had to go find it. But anyway, I just ain't been up to much. I've been wanting to paint today, and after I make my phone calls about 9 o'clock, I think I will dig out my paints and finish up at least one of the paintings that I started. I don't know what I'm going to do with all these paintings. I think I'll take them out of the frames and use them as wallpaper or canvas. You can stretch them over the walls like this here. It's canvas. Use them as wallpaper. That's what I do. Hey, that would be fun. I could paint a bunch of murals on the inside of the cabin. Yeah. Depending on what kind of cabin I put up. If it's a log cabin, that's going to be a little rough. But if it's smooth walls, like plywood or something like that, or sheetrock, I could just paint over that. Just paint a mural instead of painting it. Just paint a mural. But I've been doing, I got some big canvases like this one here. And I've got, I don't know, 4 or 5 rolls of them. I could do that and just hang them up as dividers or something. But no, I still have to come back to a doctor and take my morning meds and this, that, and the other. But I was thinking that would be fun to find out from people how old is too old. And give me, don't just say at any time or whatever. I mean, I think that there is a time, a cutoff that it would be too hard for you to live off the grid. Because you're going to, like I said, I'm going to get me some chickens, some goats, and so on and so forth. You got to take care of your livestock, plant your garden, and all that other stuff. And you're going to have a lot of things to do. I get around. I got a bunch of stuff to do today. That's what happens. I don't even plan my days. I try not to plan any of them. But I've been wanting to finish them 2 or 3 paintings so I can get them things off and put up. And I shouldn't start something I can't finish. That's my biggest problem. And they're all asleep this morning. They got out this morning and had the fuss, and then they went and went back to bed, and they've all went back to bed. So I waited for quiet time, so I just make me a video. I found out that I can just put my camera on the back of this case, one of them travel cases, and take my meds, my thyroids, my anxiety medicine. That's my biggest problem. I get depressed or have anxiety, and I always have to keep myself mind going and keep myself going and keep things doing. Listen to myself. I've been watching that political mess. Ooh, I don't even want to get into there. But like I said, everybody needs to think about if we keep going the way we're going, we could have a collapse of some sort, government collapse or something. So you need to think about having a place off grid, or putting up supplies, or putting up your extra medicines, and or anything like that you might have to have. Because we don't know if the government's going to be fighting at one another like this bad. Who knows, it might collapse. You guys take care, have a great one, and remember to subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And my throat's a little sore. Hit the bell, give me a thumbs up, and make a comment. And tell your friends. As soon as I get my off-grid going, boy, I'm hoping to get 1,000 subscribers so I can go live every day on a cell phone. Because I'm thinking about getting me one of them satellite phones. I don't know where you can go live on one of them or not. But I'm going to be so far off in the wilderness, I don't know where a cell phone is going to reach. I know a satellite phone will. My son was looking into them earlier because I need communications. But I found some beautiful property in Arizona, Nevada, Colorado. I've been looking at it. I'm thinking about out west. I'm not thinking about south too much. I want to be out there, semi-desert, and high elevation of about 5,000 to 6,000 feet. That's what I'm wanting. I like the higher elevations. I looked at Washington and Oregon. I think I want to be back further away from the coast than Oregon and Washington and California. It's either Arizona. I looked into New Mexico, up in the mountains around Santa Fe. Like I said, I'm keeping my options open. I really am. And I might even think about out towards the Oklahoma and the western side of Oklahoma. But I want to be a little further out and a lot higher elevation. I think our highest elevation is 1,000 foot, a little over 1,000 foot. I want to be about 6,000 feet. In case of global warming or climate change or whatever else you want to call it. I don't want to drown. We're liable to lose part of the world underwater to the next ice age. You guys have a great one, and get out and do something. Even if it's a little bit, just get out and do it. You guys take care of me. Hit the button.